Coming up, a rematch of last year's AFC Divisional Round matchup, as it'll be the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. As he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Chad Muma charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Able to connect with Mims. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage, trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Trayvon Walker. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
13, Lou. Hot.
They begin with a run by Miller. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
A good run there on right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, Jupiter. Great job.
Now Lawrence changing the play. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Miller. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Jaguars at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Go, let's go. Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here's 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a 7th-round surprise from a year ago. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Chiefs 3, Jaguars 0.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll bring Tony in motion left. On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Here's Pacheco once again. Yeah, he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. A couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. Down the right sideline. And down to the 7-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade and Orkin. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Their offense. Can you keep up with us?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Kansas City.
Here's Pacheco on the read option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Now Patrick going to change the play. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
A gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings down 4th down.
An audible here to get a new look.
This out quickly to the left side.
Oh, the defense right there to stop him. Did he get the yard he needed? He did, says the referee. Barely. First down.
And it's first down, Chiefs.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Denzel Mims.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Underneath for Miller. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Hey, run!
Now a 2nd and 10.
11 Agax. Here we go.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Open man. This is Brenton Strange, the tight end.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
Setting up the screen for Miller. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
He completes it to Ridley. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will knot us off at 10. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Put a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
Going for the deep ball.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
Hey, kill.
42-yard line.
Hey, kill. Here we go.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down. So this play, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Gun.
Again, it's Miller. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And his kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back. I have to think a major focus at the halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. His throw incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
Andre Cisco there on the stop.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
2nd and 5.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free.
There he goes, right side.
Down the sideline he goes.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
On 2nd down, Lawrence crossing right, and he hits his man. It's Jones.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Hey, kill!
In motion right is Ridley.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Let's go.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Kill. 11. All right, here we go. Done. Go. Hey, I'm gun.
Lawrence. That is caught. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Here's Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Jones.
Doesn't matter whether it's zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
11.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st down, Lawrence. On the right side, this is Miller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
Take right open.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. Hey, Jupiter, Jupiter. Go, go. Hey, smash. Think right open, open. Here we go.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
6-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right.
He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here, well, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side.
Again, it's Pacheco.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. And here's a quick throw out to Mims.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game.
Once more, it's Pacheco.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with Pacheco.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 25-yard line.
Hey, Ron.
Here's 1st and 10.
Great job.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Now Lawrence now going to move him around.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Here's 1st down. Lawrence.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
Oh, man, that could wind up being the key play of the ball game right there. Defensively here, you know they've got no timeouts. You've got to keep them away from the sidelines. Here, not only do they get the big yardage, but they get out of bounds as well.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
11, Agate.
Here's Lawrence.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Open man right side is Ingram. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. I think probably just trying to draw them off there, it didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time, being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. Fourth down and 8.
Here we go.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs are likely going to win the football game.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were spurred on by a